Hey guys, next week's lineup is packing enough digital adrenaline to make your heart skip a frame. We've got releases blazing across MetaQuest 3, PSVR 2, and PCVR platforms. And if you're in the mood to groove in rhythm boxing rings, commandeer sci-fi war zones, or trade combos with mech-sized nightmares, there's something to satisfy that VR craving. So plug in, tune out reality, and let's dive into what's loading up your favorite virtual worlds. Boxing Machine VR. This game is coming in hot on July 25th for PCVR, and it's ready to turn your knuckles into metronomes of destruction. Step into a steam-powered fight club where your opponents are made of gears, wires, and bad attitudes. So if you're into some rhythmic destruction or just want to let your fists fly freestyle, this one's got you covered. In rhythm mode, it's punch-to-the-beat mayhem, syncing jabs, blocks, and parries to a soundtrack that hits harder than your high school gym teacher's whistle. Timing is everything here, and the better your groove, the faster those bolts will go flying. Feeling like a loose cannon? Sparring mode is your ticket to chaos. No beat, no rules, just you and a ring full of metallic maniacs. Chain combos, duck like a champ, and show those robot punks why humans still rule the ring. Le Mans Ultimate. Le Mans Ultimate will burn rubber onto PCVR this July 22nd, and if your sim racing wheel hasn't already developed a personality, it might after this. Officially blessed by the FIA World Endurance Championship and 24 Hours of Le Mans, this game is a tire-screeching love letter to endurance racing at its most grueling and glorious. You'll dive helmet first into 32-player online chaos or single-player race weekends, handling hypercars from Toyota, Ferrari, Porsche, and more like you're Nicolas Cage in Gone in 60 hours. From hyper-realistic tire physics to immersive day-night cycles and puddle physics that might make your GPU cry, the whole thing screams sim heaven. There's even full co-op via asynchronous play-by-mail racing, because apparently pit crews now answer email. With VR immersion, rubbering in tracks, weathered car grime, and 400 Hz force feedback so detailed you might feel your tire's existential dread, this is peak virtual endurance. Bring snacks, it's a long ride.
The power to shape the future. Our state-of-the-art facility is the heart of that future, and we need you to keep it running.
Elsewhere Electric. This next game powers up on July 23rd for PC VR and MetaQuest, and it's here to prove that two heads are better than one, especially when you're being hunted by invisible nightmares in a facility that clearly failed every workplace safety audit. This Escape the Creepy Lab simulator is a full-blown co-op puzzle horror where survival depends on whispering sweet puzzle solutions into your friend's headset. You and your buddy each get unique clues, so communication isn't optional, it's survival one and on. You'll decode symbols, rewire the twisting maze-like facility, and unlock mind-bending abilities that change how you navigate this eerie playground of paranoia. And just when you're getting comfortable, those invisible creatures? Yeah, they hate productivity. You'll need brains, bravery, and a whole lot of yelling, "Did you hear that?" to make it out. Built with support from the Great White North, thanks Canada, this VR nightmare is all about teamwork and possibly trauma bonding. Monster Titans Playground. This game is stomping into PC VR Early Access on July 24th, and it's not here for hugs. This is your ultimate kaiju power fantasy where you, yes you, become a ski-scraper-smashing science experiment with a vendetta and way too many weapons. Forget saving the city. You're the reason the insurance premiums just tripled. With arm cannons, gravity hoses, shoulder-mounted miniguns, and good old fire breath, your mission is simple: wreck everything. Buildings crumble, mechs explode, and missiles can literally be caught mid-air and yeeted back with style. Core gameplay's already live at launch, mutate mid-fight, unlock new weapons, and take on grunts and hero-tier mechs in destructible environments that make Tokyo look like it never stood a chance. The devs want your feedback to crank the chaos even further, adding more maps, mayhem, and mutant toys post-launch. So, want to body slam a mech into a crumbling office tower? Wishlist it, you monster. Let's move on to some spicy VR news now. The Warp Cephisso drops, terrifying sci-fi horror demo for PCVR. Today, crashing into Steam like a haunted freight train in Q4 2025, and if you're brave enough, the PCVR demo is already live and mutating. This is Infinite Form's first big home platform debut, expanding on their 2022 LBE Fright Fest, The Warp. You'll board the derelict starship Cephisso, which is now basically a luxury cruise for flesh horrors and body-melting abominations. Fun! You're one of the last survivors, so naturally it's your job to go back in, because why not? Armed with the JDE, a bolt-action semi-auto pistol that demands you manually chamber each round like a stressed-out cowboy in space. The demo drops you into Chapter 2, featuring crumbling market decks, locked-down security sectors, and enemies that look like H.R. Giger's leftovers. So yeah, good luck. Also, Quest 3 players, don't worry, you're getting a version 2, eventually, if you survive the demo. Quantum Threshold rolls out today on PCVR with High-Octane seated combat. Quantum Threshold just crash-landed onto Steam today, and it's here to flip the VR roguelike genre on its wheels, literally. Set in a neon-drenched dystopia crawling with rogue AI nasties called Techno-Wraiths, this isn't your average cyberpunk shootout. Instead of playing yet another gravity-defying space ninja, you're rolling into the chaos as a wheelchair-using hero, turning quick-thinking, wheel-pumping reflexes into pure VR adrenaline. No teleport spam, no standing room advantage, just you, your wheels, and the will to blast your way through randomized enemy hordes and loot runs that get more intense every time you die. And yep, death means a reset, but upgrades stick, giving you that sweet taste of progress with every wipeout. As Vaki Games' Tima Jurkinen puts it, your wheelchair isn't a limitation, it's your greatest weapon. And after trying the Quest 3 version ourselves, we totally get it. Sit down, strap in, and spin into action. Squad-based VR shooter Forefront unveils pre-alpha gameplay, early access coming this fall. Forefront is gearing up to storm early access this fall, and if Triangle Factory's pre-alpha gameplay is anything to go by, this 32-player VR warzone is ready to eat your free time like it's ammo. Made by the same crew behind Breachers, this beast throws you into massive squad-based battles where four-person units clash across large, semi-destructible maps with land, sea, and air vehicles just begging to be hijacked. The new dev video dropped juicy details faster than a bad reload, confirming 4 specialized classes: Assault, Frontline Chaos, Engineer, Explosive Fixer-Upper, Medic, Shockpad Savior, and Recon, Sniper in the Bush Energy. Oh, and the arsenal? Over 20 weapons with manual and auto reloads, from RPGs to classic boomsticks. They're also working on 10 vehicles and promise full-body avatars, realistic immersion, and maybe even vaulting and going prone, if the dev gods allow it. With Conquest and Rush modes bringing the strategy heat, Forefront could become the Battlefield VR we've all been dreaming about, minus the rage quits. Experience the Of Lies and Rain demo today on PSVR 2. The post-apocalyptic VR shooter Of Lies and Rain has officially made its debut on PlayStation VR 2, following its earlier demo releases on MetaQuest and PCVR. Developed by Arc and ADE Studio Castello Inc., the story-driven first-person shooter is set in a bleak, near-future sci-fi world where players navigate both real and digital realms in a desperate attempt to save what's left of humanity after a devastating war with a rogue AI. The PSVR 2 version introduces 2 distinct visual modes for players. Quality mode features higher resolution with 60Hz visuals reprojected to 120Hz, while Performance mode offers smoother gameplay at a native 90Hz on standard PS5 hardware and 120Hz on PS5 Pro systems. These settings allow for both visually rich and responsive gameplay experiences depending on user preference. Initially praised for its strong environmental storytelling and its ability to effectively convey a sense of dread, the demo has been updated since its original May release. Improvements include enhanced visual feedback during enemy encounters, UI refinements, and performance optimizations based on player feedback. And that, fellow VR Voyagers, wraps up the hottest new arrivals next week. Whether you're ducking punches in Boxing Machine VR, tearing up arenas in Monster, Titan's Playground, or hiding from horrors in Elsewhere Electric, it's a full-throttle VR rush. With thrilling titles spanning Quest 3, PSVR 2, and PC platforms, this is one of the juiciest weeks for VR fans yet. Ready your battery packs, clear out your space, and invite your squad. Your next virtual obsession is just a headset away. We'll see you in the headset. Game on, reality off.